did it for 2021 and now 2022. Let's start out with the AFC East, and we'll go to the Buffalo Bills. Who's their quarterback next year?
Josh Allen.
Yep, and I put my 100% right behind that.
Yeah. Wow. If it's anybody else, then something seriously wrong happened.
Yes. Dolphins. I have 90% Tua Tagovailoa.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Tua. I think, even with the new coach, I think they kind of got to go all in on him now and just kind of get him to the point where they use the high draft pick on him. So,
yeah. I mean, with a lot of these new coaches, I think a lot of them either are going to start clean slate or they're going to be like, let's see what I can do with this guy.
Yeah, and he's still young. I mean, I wouldn't give up on Tua. I don't love,
I don't think he'll ever be a top 10 quarterback personally.
I don't either, but I don't hate what he can do. So,
yeah. Patriots. I'm 100% sure it's Mac Jones.
Yep. 100%. He's earned that job.
Yep. And same with the Jets. Zach Wilson, 100%.
Yep. No reason to give up on him yet.
Mike White, maybe. No, I'm just kidding. Ravens, I'm going to be 100% with Lamar.
Yep.
Bengals, 100% Joe Burrow.
Yep.
This one I was down to 60% on. Browns for Baker Mayfield.
I'm going to say week 1 Baker Mayfield.
Okay.
But man, he was so bad at the end of the season this year.
And he wasn't good. He wasn't super great last year. It was kind of just
better last year, but man, like I don't. But here's the problem. I just don't see where else the Browns go at this point. There's not like an immediate option.
I mean, they could go do Ryan Fitzpatrick or Marcus Mariota, like Teddy Bridgewater.
Is that much better than what Baker was giving you? Probably not. So
I don't know. Yeah, Taylor Heineke.
There you
go. Steelers. I'm at 20% for mine, but who do you have for the Steelers?
Who did I have this? Hold on one second. Scroll. The Steelers were one of the more interesting ones.
Yeah, I'm at 20%. I think there's a couple different options they could go, so I had to keep it low enough.
I think they could go draft, which I doubt it, but
I think they will draft one, but I don't.
Yep, I don't think they're gonna start him though.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on one second. I had this I was on the wrong page. Come on. So I think actually week 1, they are actually gonna go. Hold on, this is being stupid.
Duck Hodges.
No, that would be a terrible idea. But that would be funny. I'd enjoy that.
Yeah. Especially if the Lions play in week 1. I don't know if that's a thing.
So I said they're actually going to trade for Deshaun Watson. It was my first inkling, but I would be low confidence on that.
Okay. Do you have a percentage? I want to gauge your percentage.
Like 15%.
15%. Okay, lower than mine. Okay.
Yeah. Just because, I mean, it's so up in the air with him, with Watson, even being like, who knows what his problem is going to be. But I would say if they wanted to, like, if they still felt like they could, like, I feel like, I don't know, Mike Tomlin's always been good with chaotic players. So I feel like, not that Deshaun's ever been like necessarily an on the field problem, like, like an AB or like a Terrell Owens type of guy. But obviously with all the craziness going on around him, I feel like, yeah, I mean, it would fit to me.
I have an NFC team taking Watson, and it's funny that you said 50% because I also gave a 15% to the team that gets Watson because there's a mix with that team obviously needing a quarterback, and they may go several different ways, but then the potential of Deshaun Watson being kind of like a sketchy, will he even be a guy teams even mess around with week 1, or is it going to come later? So
right,
I don't know.
Yep.
So I actually have Carson Wentz for the Steelers, 20%.
Okay. That really wouldn't be a bad move. I don't think.
I think it's.
I don't love Carson Wentz, but
Mason Rudolph's got to be your backup. You can't be shoving Mason Rudolph week 1. They can't be there.
Right. Or Duck Hodges.
Yeah, or Duck Hodges.
Yes.
Texans. I'm 75% Davis Mills.
I think it's going to be Davis Mills. I think he showed enough. I don't think he was great, but he was better than I thought he'd be.
What's your confidence on Davis Mills?
60%.
60. Okay.
Especially with the new coaching.
Yeah.
especially with new coaching, a new coach in there. You never really know, especially with a guy that it's not like you got an established guy there.
And I would say he had never hit like that spectacular level, but he hit like pretty good quarterback level where it's like, yeah, you might mess around with it, but he was a 3rd round pick. So you also didn't draft him anticipating startership. So it depends on the coach. Depends what Lovie Smith really wants to do, honestly.
Right.
So yeah, I have 75%.
Lovie Smith had Rex Grossman as his quarterback. His
Sexy
bar is
Rexy
not
baby, sexy, and Kyle Orton. He always had a good quarterback ready to go.
Not that high on quarterback
Chad
plays not that
Hutchinson.
fun first.
Yeah,
exactly.
Colts. I am 18% on this. I know it's a weird number, but I'm going to go Mitchell Trubisky. 18% Colts.
I'm gonna go Aaron Rodgers.
Ooh.
And this is I'll give it like 25%.
25%. Okay. See, I mean the Colts and I would say the Broncos and Packers look like the options right now.
Yep, and I just think it makes sense. I think he just.
So
I don't know.
To me, Rodgers would be, if I picked Rodgers here, it'd be like a 33% sure Rodgers, just because I think it's one of 3
If they get Aaron Rodgers though, oh boy.
Oh, I guess you have to account for there's also that 10% chance he retires just because I don't care.
There is that chance, which I don't really think he's going to now.
I did make the hot take like probably a month ago that he will, but I don't know if that's going to happen. His MVP speech was very mysterious too.
It was weird. Yeah.
Weird. Gosh, man. Jaguars, 100%. I'm going to go with Trevor Lawrence.
Yep.
Titans, I'm 90% Ryan Tannehill, but it kind of like 10% of me was like, move on.
Yeah, I'm going Tannehill. I don't think you can move on right now. I mean, I know it was bad, but they're going to sit there and be like, well, we can just do the same thing. And they'll probably will. And then they'll probably lose in the 1st or 2nd round again. Just going to be dumb. So.
They're like the Detroit Pistons like 3, 4, 5 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, Vrabel just won coach of the year and had not a good quarterback. So
well, and I think it also shows they made every running back they put back there go off. So it was impressive. Broncos next year. I'm 40% on Drew Lock.
Yeah, I actually am going to go Drew Lock because if it's not Drew Lock, I think it's Aaron Rodgers.
Okay, so are you 50% then probably?
Yeah, but I'm going to go Drew Lock. I think I don't think he's great. I think he's bad actually, but I think there's sort of something there every once in a while.
Yeah, that's why I say there's something there, or maybe it does.
He's just intriguing to me. I really do think he's just intriguing. So
and I think he could, once he gets his confidence, I think he has like the NFL personality for a quarterback, like a Joey Burrow type.
Yeah, he's just confident.
Yeah,
he's got some swagger.
Chiefs, 100% Patrick Mahomes.
Yep.
Or anything is possible.
Yeah, Henny is Henny.
He doesn't retire, I guess. Raiders, 80% Derek Carr.
I think I'm going to lean 100% Derek Carr.
Okay.
I mean, I could see him go. I just don't. He was pretty good this year. In all actuality, he was pretty good.
Well, the thing is that they're probably going to have to pay him, and they're talking about having to pay him like $45 million a year, which is the highest paid quarterback in the league. Obviously, that's just the way the NFL is trending now. But 40 if new coach Josh McDaniels might be like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, that's true. I think McDaniels wants an established quarterback though, where he's at too. I don't think he wants to go into.
I still think Carr talent wise is right around that 10 to 12 range. So it's like maybe.
Yeah, I think he's good. I mean, I think he's underappreciated sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I said if it's not though, I think 10% is other and 10% is Marcus Mariota. But that just depends on if they want him to walk or not. So I don't think they will. Right. Chargers, 100% Justin Herbert.
Yep.
All right, so that completes the AFC. NFC, Cowboys, Dak Prescott, 100%.
100% Dak.
Okay. Giants, I'm going 65% Daniel Jones.
Yeah, I'm going to still go Danny Dimes. I think they might draft one, but I wouldn't put them. I don't think they're going to. If they're smart, I would think they would still ride with Daniel Jones.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Brian DeBoer.
Them that he can't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and Brian DeBoer with what he did with Josh Allen in Buffalo, if there's anyone that can make Danny Dimes still work, it might be DeBoer.
Right. I mean, I think the Bull would probably want a quarterback that started before, unless they just want to blow it up. I mean, it's quite possible that they might do that too. So
Yeah. Man. Eagles, I'm 95% Jalen Hurts.
well, I'm gonna go 100% Jalen Hurts. I thought he was terrible sometimes, and also looked like, man, they can do something here sometimes. So I think there's something to build on there.
That's why I said that 5% is like, I don't know.
He wasn't great, but he was very good at some points, and he adds to the run game. So,
and I feel like he has a good attitude. I don't think Sirianni's going to move on from that right now.
Sirianni's a weirdo. So
and he's definitely is. Yeah. Washington Commanders. I'm 35% Jimmy Garoppolo.
Okay. I could see that. Garoppolo. So I'm interested. Are you going Lance with? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that makes sense. Washington. Yeah, I'll actually go. Oh, I like Jimmy G there. I saw a lot of that action. That's so tough though. I would say like 25% Jimmy G.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you 100%
all in on him?
Yeah, you 100% Bears Justin Fields?
Yeah, they can't go away from Fields now.
Yeah, that'd be mean. 95% Jared Goff for Lions.
I think it's really 100%, but I wouldn't like.
If they draft Malik
really
Willis or some bull crap, though.
They can't though, and you can't start that guy either, even if you do.
Yeah, unless they draft him at 2. If they're that dumb to draft him at 2, they probably would.
Not that dumb. There's no way they're that dumb. No way.
I hope not. I hope not.
Yep.
Gosh. All right. Well, you go first on this one. Packers.
Jordan Love.
Okay.
But like 60%. Because I could see them going after somebody else. Because I'm not convinced Jordan Love's any good at all. But I think they see enough in him. If they let Rodgers walk, then they see enough in him to be confident at least this next season.
Yeah, I'm 51% Aaron Rodgers. I like just over 50.
All right. Yeah, so if it's not Jordan Love for me, it's Aaron Rodgers, I think, because it's like then he stays. Because Rodgers could go like 4 different places. It wouldn't surprise me. So
yeah, retirement, Colts.
Retirement is one of them.
Yes. So
some hut on a ocean beach somewhere.
He's growing his hair out.
He didn't really retire, but
he's about to look like Tom Hanks in Castaway.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't really retire. He didn't tell anybody he retired, but he's just hanging out.
Is that better than Giovanni Carmazzi?
Yeah, like he's just gonna be a goat farmer or something. Cool, man.
Cool. Who are you taking for the Vikings?
Kirk.
Okay. Are you 100% on that?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm 97% Kirk. So
I just don't see them going a different direction at this point.
I just because it costs them so much money right now to let go of it. But at the same time, it's like, are they sick of being average and a new quarter coach could want to blow it up? I don't know.
It's possible. But I think I think even if they wanted to blow it up, they'd stick with Kirk for at least this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just with the dead cap. Falcons, who are you taking?
I think they have one more year of Matt Ryan unless they somehow renegotiate his contract. So I think they're kind of stuck with him for one more year.
Are you pretty high percentage? I'm 90% Matt Ryan.
90% Matt Ryan.
Okay.
He was not good last year, and I think he's just gonna ride out the career here, and I think he's pretty much done after.
He's starting to like show signs of Phillip Rivers, Drew Brees kind of dying. Yeah. Father Time's taking over.
Yep.
Panthers. Who are you taking?
I'm going to go with Sam Darnold.
Okay.
Which is ballsy. That's like 40% though.
40%. Okay. Yeah. I am 15%, and this is where I have Deshaun Watson go.
Okay. I wouldn't be surprised.
I think it's going to be a package deal of first-round pick, probably a fourth-round pick, and Christian McCaffrey probably goes.
My other option for them was if they like drafted Kenny Pickett or something and loved him. So.
I'm trying to. Who else did I have it go? I don't think I have anyone at Cincinnati. So. Oh, yep. No, I have Sam Darnold as the backup for the Panthers. but I could definitely see that being the other way. Saints.
Jameis.
Yep, I'm 90% on Jameis.
Yep. I think they need to give him just the reins at this point. Just let him just give it to him. Let him go. See what happens.
Bucs.
This is interesting. The Bucs. This is what I said, and this is crazy, but I think the Bucs get Jimmy Garoppolo.
Oh, but you just didn't you put them on the Commanders?
I said he's an option, but I'd give him super low. So I said, did I say he was the one for the Commanders?
You gave me 25% for Garoppolo on the Commanders.
Oh, I meant that as an option.
Okay.
What did I have for instead the Commanders? 1 second. Go back. The Commanders. I just think it'd be funny if he was on the Bucs replacing Tom Brady after all that.
That would be funny. That's why it's Jacoby Brissett.
Jacoby Brissett. Jacoby Brissett would be interesting too.
I honestly think he's equally talented as Jimmy G.
I think he's just as good, if not better. At
games.
I mean, I like what he brings to the table. Washington.
I think it did kind of glitch a little bit when you did say Garoppolo. So I thought I heard Garoppolo and I heard 25%.
Well, I definitely said his name at one point.
Because I picked Jimmy G, and I wasn't sure if you had agreed with me or not on that one.
Yeah, I think I definitely said his name, but Giants. Hold on, I was in this league. Heineke is what I actually had on there.
Okay, so what's your percentage on Heineke?
Heineke, like 40%.
Okay,
they could also get a guy like Carson Wentz. It wouldn't surprise me.
Mm-hmm.
I just like Heineke. I've always been a Heineke guy. So.
Okay, so you're giving Jimmy G what percentage on for the Bucs?
For the Bucs, 40.
40, okay.
Seems a little high, probably, but
yeah.
I mean, I think they need to go after somebody who. I mean, the Bucs. You can't blow it up with that roster that's still intact. I mean, I think we're really hoping Tom Brady was going to come back for one more.
I am going to say Russell Wilson for the Bucs.
I've seen that they would be trying to go after some like top tier guys.
And I'm at 22% for Russell Wilson there.
I've seen that they are interested in some top tier guys.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, that's why I said this offseason is going to be nuts. It's going to be hard to drill in a lot of these. Now, Cardinals, I am 45% Kyler Murray right now, and I think he may retire, go to baseball once this lockout's over.
There's a lot of weirdness going on with Kyler. He just seems like a whiny baby.
Kind of a douchebag, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I don't know all the ins and outs. Maybe Arizona's being stupid with him, but he's like, well, I'm being portrayed as just don't lose the game then. You know, I'm being portrayed as the scapegoat for the game. Well, you didn't play very well.
Yep. And he didn't play well, and it went right over to the Pro Bowl.
just own it. I'm not saying like, you know, you have to think that you are the exact reason your team lost. I mean, really, you could see a downward spiral as soon as DeAndre Hopkins got hurt. I think that points to a bigger problem.
Once the Lions beat him, it was a confidence.
The Lions smoked them.
Yeah.
The Lions destroyed them. I mean, that's bad.
Anally penetrated.
Yeah, it was not good. So, yeah, Kyler, I'm still actually going like 65% Kyler. I think they'll figure it out. But it wouldn't surprise me if they got to go a different direction. I don't know where they go otherwise. I mean,
yeah, I know they're going to have to take like scraps off the table.
Yeah, I mean,
Gardner Minshew.
Unless some backup somewhere, a top backup probably somewhere is where you're.
Tyrod Taylor maybe gets another place to go. I don't know.
No, he's got to be pretty old now.
Yeah. Oh man. So we're down to the final three here. The Rams, I think, is Matthew Stafford 100%.
Yep.
49ers, I have Trey Lance 99%.
Yeah, I think they're done with Jimmy G. So I think it's 95. I put 95% with Trey Lance.
And then the last one that may be different for you, but it sounds like you're keeping Russell Wilson, the Seahawks.
Yep, I'm gonna keep him there.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's gone though. I really wouldn't.
So you're giving like a 65% or
70 probably.
Okay, 70. I have a 20% Marcus Mariota.
I think he would fit there, and I think he'd do okay, actually.
I just think they're also in a position right now where they might rebuild.
Yeah. I mean, a
So
lot of that roster is just old. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they're done with Pete Carroll in a year or two as well.
that's why I said, do they just start kind of working it towards that direction and make it an attractive place for the next available head coach to get that first option?
Right.
Like that's one thing to consider.
Don't. Here's the thing. I wouldn't sleep on Marcus Mariota as like a decent quarterback either. I don't think he's that bad.
I don't either. I actually like Marcus Mariota. I consider him one of the best backup quarterbacks in football this year.
Obviously, like his running ability helps, but like I think he's decent.
Yeah. I don't know. So that would leave honorable mentions on the table as backup quarterbacks be Ryan Fitzpatrick if he doesn't actually retire. Tom Brady making an appearance.
See him in the stands. I think he's retired. Did you see that gut?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, he looks like he's working his way there. I saw that in January. Yeah. So I think those two guys are the guys I'm leaning towards retirement. Kyle Trask, I think, is in Tampa Bay, backup. Mm-hmm. Malik Willis, Matt Corral, Pickett, Howell, Ritter, Carson Strong, all those guys probably backups, developmentals, which means I also have Sam Darnold as a backup, Jordan Love as a backup, Gardner Minshew backup, Teddy Bridgewater as a backup, Taylor Heineke as a backup, Andy Dalton, Tyrod Taylor, Jacoby Brissett, Nick Foles, Joe Flacco might retire, Taysom Hill, Case Keenum, and Cam Newton.
Yep. Yeah, there's some.
I think we're getting very close to a point where we're all going to finally have, we don't have to worry about Tim Boyles and Chris Strevelers as backup quarterbacks in the league.
Yeah, that's a decent backup pool. Now you still got to pay some of those guys a decent amount because a lot of those guys have been starting quarterbacks relatively successfully before.
Yeah, they've still got mortgages to pay on their $3.5 million homes as backup quarterbacks.
So you got to pay them, or they're not going
to be able to. They got to feed their family. So, so this is also the part, the announcement where we let you know we're taking a month off hiatus, probably try to make a return around March 9-ish, and talk about the Big Ten tournament that will be starting that night, and then start prepping for the March Madness tournament. Hopefully Michigan gets their act together by then and they don't have to play for the NIT championship.
If anything crazy breaks, then maybe we'll hop on.
We'll stop on. Yeah. And then obviously baseball is a ongoing concern with the lockout still in effect. Pitchers and catchers were supposed to report today per Jeff Passan. It's kind of frustrating, that whole situation. Manfred's not doing the league any service right now. So hopefully that gets started soon. It's probably looking like end of April, best case scenario now, until this league takes off, if it does. Other than that, we'll do some mock drafts coming up as pro days will also be starting in the early mid-March. So yeah, things to look out for with the combine, pro days, everything else. Mock drafts will be in full effect, and maybe we'll look at getting the Risdons and Lamorandiers of the world on for an interview too. So
yeah, so I would say, if anything breaks on baseball, maybe we'll hop on for a quick one. But other than that, we'll probably be gone for about a month.
All right. Well, good stuff, guys. Appreciate you listening to the 6-3 podcast.